Good afternoon. Welcome on behalf of Mulch First and First Impressions. This afternoon's topic is winter pruning. We're going to discuss some of the tips and details and recognition of some things that need to be done during the winter season while pruning on your site. Some of the tools necessary to do this are a pair of loppers, a pair of hand pruners, and a good folding pruning tree saw. Scott will now demonstrate on a red twig dogwood some of the things we might look for on a site and assess whether or not we need to do some pruning during this winter time of the year. As you can see, one of the ideal times to prune is now, as we can see the structure of the plant material. We can see the foliage is gone, obviously. We can see down into the center of the plant and recognize the dead wood or material that needs to come out. In particular, on a red twig dogwood, canker is a problem. It needs to be removed clear to the base of the plant in order to ensure viability and new growth for the spring season. We're not necessarily looking to prune the top of the plant at this time, as it is a blooming plant, and we don't want to remove any potential bloom cycle for the coming spring season. The time to do that would be within the first 30 days after it is pruned, or blooms rather, this season. You can see Scott makes good clean cuts at a 45-degree angle as much as possible, and the lopper is the better tool to do this when pruning down at the base, as it will cut up to a 1-inch caliper branch. For purposes of time lapse, we've already pruned another shrub on site. It can show you some of the detail that has been done on it to accommodate its growth for the spring season. As you can see on this plant, now the structure is clean and clear. We've removed lower branches that were dead, cut them to the base, and clean them out, which will allow for air movement and flow through the plant and keep it viable for the coming season. Also today, we will also take a look at some trees on site. And as you can see with this locust tree, we have a lot of crossing branches which need to be identified. It's very important when doing your pruning that you know the material you are cutting and exactly what should be removed, and projecting how it wants to grow, its environment it's in, and what we will then help to do to accommodate its growth and make it healthy for the future. Scott is making this cut with a pair of loppers. It also could be cut with a pruning saw. Notice how he's careful to make the cut at a 45-degree angle, cutting back close to the trunk of the tree, not too close, above the collar zone, so the tree will heal and promote itself and push the growth where we want it to go. Also, any dead branches, which is this branch here, we want to remove and improve the structure of the plant material. Again, all this material should be opened up, allowing airflow and movement through the tree, allowing it to progress and grow well in the future. One point that we will look for is major crossing branches. You see closely, these two branches here are touching. You can see the rubbing damage that's been done. This is a branch that in the long term should be removed to promote the structure of the tree. This has been some tips on winter pruning, brought to you by Mulch First and First Impressions. Again, great time to get out and check your site and determine what plants need to be touched to promote their growth for the spring season.